Hello, Peter. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Hi, I'm Leslie Countryman, and welcome to the Sanctuary. We have a lovely, intimate concert tonight. This is our first concert of our cultural events series tonight, and we're really excited to welcome Neil McLinden here. And thank you so much for coming. All of the events that are coming up at the Sanctuary are free on Tuesdays. And coming up this April, we have a lunch hour special next April 4th, which is next Tuesday, for songs from Broadway and beyond with some AMDA graduates. So we're really excited about that. And then also April 25th, we have Janara Kellerman and two of her colleagues from the Midwest who are coming in to do a beautiful classical concert. But we have been talking about having Neil join us here, and we are so happy to have him be sort of our premier musician for the evening. So thank you so much for coming, and also we'd love to get feedback from you on what kinds of events you like, what concerts you like, and this is a pilot project, and we're just getting information from the community. So thank you so much for being our first guinea pig concert audience. And here, without further ado, is Neil McLinden, who will be your host and entertainer for the evening. Neil?
Good evening. How's everyone doing today? I'm just going to get right started. How about that? Thank you.
Blinking eyes in the glaring light, muffled silence in the dark, hoping wishes for the world to right, drift like pollen in the park. Smoke still rises and the ashes fall over banners and barricades. They say our way or none at all. Damn it all over everything. Drifting, floating, wondering where we're going. Leading me over that hill. Pushing closer to something worth believing. I see where we should be. Banners fly on the battlefield, concrete walls overrun, fighting wars with riot shields, starting fires just for fun. Holy soldiers, these cursed pawns, play the game they know they can't win. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but the words behind them will live within. Drifting, floating, wondering where we're going. Lead me over that hill. Pushing closer to something worth believing. I see where we should be. Hey! 'Cause I see the shadows on the wall, and I know I could chase them far away to a place of peace and hope. The world in silent meditation. 'Cause all the talk, all the noise is leading to something bigger. The only thing worth fighting for is heat. Blinking eyes in the glaring light, muffled silence in the dark, hoping wishes for the world to right, drift like pollen in the park. Thank you so much. It is, I'm here every Sunday, as most of you know, but it's such a joy to be here and, under new and transformative and incredible circumstances. And I'm so, grateful to Peter and Leslie and the church for letting me do this and being the first person to be up here. I do have one little technical thing I must fix quickly to make sure this evening goes the smoothest for you. So if you give me one moment and talk amongst yourselves. This next song I'm going to sing for you is, well, those of you who are familiar with the concept of most things country are aware of something called a murder ballad. I thought that wouldn't be exactly appropriate for a church, so instead I've brought an accidental death ballad, I guess if you could call it that. I grew up surrounded by Irish music, and I, as a child, was singing in the Irish Fest youth choir in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, being directed by my dad. Hi, Dad, I know you're watching on the live stream. And we were surrounded by so much incredible Irish music and so much, ridiculous musicianship. But the one thing that struck me the most is the ability to tell a story that goes everywhere and nowhere. Somebody who's really good at saying a lot of pretty things, and the moral of the story is maybe you just shouldn't have done that in the first place. So this is a song that I wrote probably 5 or 6 years ago. It's called The Lady of the Lake, and it's about a guy who accidentally drowns. The hours before my parting, I spent walking through the forest, and I came beside a lake shore, and I wandered into the dark mist. There a lady told me stories of a traveler long before me, of a man who went out looking till his bones were in the sea, and a family who went searching for the man of all the ages, and a family who found nothing but the sins of you and me. The water's sweet, the water's sweet. Come on, wade in. The water's sweet. I had listened to her tales till the night had come and gone away. She entranced me with her words of life and love and tragedy. And the lady told me stories of a traveler long before me, who went searching for the answers to be found down by the sea, of a lady he had found there, made of smoke and mist and poison, of a lady he had found there who was now enthralling me. The water's sweet, the water's sweet. Come on, wade in. The water's sweet. Well, I ran along the water's edge till my breath I couldn't catch again. Foggy world spun around me, water lapping at my weary head. And the lady picked me up, she laid me in the water near the body of another who was dressed a lot like me. She smiled and looked me over as I sank down into darkness. Though I fought to save myself, I could not defeat the sea. The water's sweet, the water's sweet. On wade in. The water's sweet. Cold sand and air were in my face, and I crawled out of the water's grip. Not a sign of smoke or fog around. On the grass, even the dew wouldn't drip. So I packed my bag and left, leaving those who came before me as a man who went out looking till he fell into the sea. Tales of men who'd come before me, leaving only weary footprints and not understanding answers, bringing only tragedy. Of a lady I had found there, made of smoke and mist and poison, who had wooed me with the answers that I found inside of me. The water's sweet, the water's sweet. Come on, wade in. The water's sweet, the water's sweet, the water's sweet. Come on, wade in. The water's sweet, the water's sweet, the water's sweet. Come on, wade in. The water's.
Thank you so much. I really, really, really like songs that are just sort of one note, and you just sit and listen, and no matter if it really goes anywhere, you feel like you learned something along the way. So, I have a couple of friends. Well, I have more than a couple of friends, but on the stage with me tonight, you can see there are some other instruments, being an upright bass and a drum kit. So I would like to introduce two very, very good friends of mine to the stage, Mr. Trevor Robertson and Mr. Kent Williams. Would you make your way out, gentlemen? you've ever been to a solo acoustic show before, you'll know that maybe 30% of it is songs, the rest of it is someone trying to tell you something you already know, and a lot of tuning. Give you some backstory for this song. By the way, all of the songs you heard previously to now were originals. This is going to be our first cover of the night. I'll walk you through it. That first song, Wordless in the Wind, I wrote during quarantine when I was attempting to make a solo record on my own, not realizing that the worst nightmare of every musician is to also be your own audio engineer, because all you can hear is everything you don't like about a recording. So that'll come. But it's a song that was pretty reflective of my life. My girlfriend lives in Denver, Colorado. At the time, lived in Minnesota. So long distance is an interesting thing, but I wrote a song about, leaving here, going to the person you want to be with, no matter what obstacles are in your way. The second song was an instrumental I've sort of tentatively titled Garden Wall. Again, very representative of the Irish tradition I was brought up in and the music I heard growing up. The third song I wrote the day after January 6th, called Barricade. And there's many evocative, sort of war-torn lyrics in there. And I feel like, especially now, as things just seem to be getting worse and worse and worse, taking a second and thinking about what the individual can do versus what the whole can do, and coming to a sort of peace with the fact that the individual cannot do everything unless they are arm in arm with other people. So that song it's just about hoping there's more beyond all the bad that we've been seeing. But this is a song by an incredible songwriter called Gregory Alan Isakov. I don't know if anyone knows the name or not. I first heard this song on Live From Here, hosted by Chris Thiele, which unfortunately has become debunked. But it is an incredible song, and I'd like to share it with you now. This house, she's holding secrets. I got my change behind the bed in a coffee can. I throw my nickels in just in case I have to leave. I will go if you ask me to. I will stay if you dare. And if I go, I'm going shameless. Let my hunger take me there. This house, she's quite the talker. She creaks and moans. She keeps me up. And the photographs, they know I'm a liar. They just laugh as I burn her down. I will go if you ask me to. I will say if you dare.
I go, I'm going on fire. Let my anger take me there. Shingles, man, they're shaking. The back door's burning through. This old house, she's quite the keeper. Quite the keeper of you. Let my darling take me there. And if I go, I'm going crazy. Let my darling take me there. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's an incredible song. I'm going to switch guitars real quick. This next song is an entirely different change of pace. I'm big into a genre called Western swing. I know we're sort of all over the map here, but every single one of these songs has something to do with the theme that I've chosen for this night, which is introspection. How you view yourself as a person, how you view your life as it's coming along, where you think you are in society, and your own thoughts, and all that type of stuff. And it's interesting looking at introspection from different perspectives. A perspective of hope, a perspective of depression, a perspective of sarcasm, which is sort of what this song is. It's a song about a little town called New York City, and it's called Nowhereville, which take that as you will. Down along the road a ways was a steeple built up high. All the folks you'd ask would say the thing nearly touched the sky. And if heaven had a hitching post where God and his chariots lay, I doubt they'd be in Nowhereville, where life's just day to day. Now this town, it wasn't all that barren, and it wasn't all that hot, but the atmosphere you feel around here makes you think that time forgot. I don't know where those rich folk go when they want somewhere else to stay, but I doubt they'd be in Nowhereville, where life's just day to day. But if you like cologne and talking on the phone, check it out. And the nights they shine with light that's not the sky, where you can lay it right and stay up all night and hit up every goddamn bar. Doesn't seem so lonely once you try. every night in town's the same old party with your friends, giving toasts and sharing jokes about the stories that you're in. And the music's loud if you're with that right crowd, and it's fresh as a lemonade. So try the wine here in Nowhereville, where life's just day to day. You like cologne and talking on the phone, check it out here. The night it shines with a light that's not the sky, where you can play it right and stay up all night and hit up every goddamn bar. Doesn't seem so lonely once you try. Now, I don't know where those trees may grow, or where there's rolling fields of green. Just scowling brows and concrete bows, and the biggest things you've ever seen. Hey! And nothing's real, at least that's how it feels, but I don't want any other way. So you can catch me still here in Nowhereville, and I think I might just stay. Still, if heaven had that hitching post where God and his chariot lay, you know, they might just be here in Nowhereville, where life's just day to day. Might just be here in Nowhereville, where life's just day to day. Thank you so much. They'll be back soon, but for now, this has been Mr. Trevor Robertson on the bass and Mr. Kent Williams on the drums for you. Jazz drummers are the most sarcastic people you'll ever meet in your life. Sometimes it's hard to tell when anything is real when being around Kent for too long, so. This next song I wrote in a train station going back from St. Cloud, Minnesota to Milwaukee. Be nice if I was in the right capo, too. And it's about the little things in life. It's about waking up in the morning and have a good cup of coffee. Although I got to say, I quit coffee cold turkey about 2 weeks ago, and I'm going through it, so pray for me. And it's about looking out the window and seeing rainfall and grass and trees and things it's easy to take for granted. And we'd like to be in tune. I see the rain falling down. The pools of water look like oceans. They echo back the voices that I know. Early risers, early risers, early risers company. Early risers, early risers. riser's company. Noise comes drifting through my window. It brings lessons with the din. My daddy strength, it warms me deep within. Early risers, early risers, early risers company. Early risers, early risers company. The only time that I find peace, the morning hours of the day. The cold wind blows all around me, bringing life in its own way. The years fly by all around me, leaving traces of the time in the sand. With warm embrace, I let it take my hand. Early risers, early risers, early risers company. Early risers, early risers company. The only time that I find peace, the morning hours of the day. Cold wind blows all around me, bringing life in its own way. The time blows past my window, and I walk the trails it leaves behind. The Holy Ghost, the imprint on my mind. Early risers, early risers, early risers company. Early risers, early risers company.
Thank you. Sort of a stylistic tribute to both, well, some of my most influential musical songwriter people, Cat Stevens, use of Cat Stevens and James Taylor. Speaking of James Taylor, this is a song I've sung since I was about 6 years old, and I'm sure you'll all know it. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans we made put an end to you. Walked out this morning, and I wrote down this song. Just can't remember who to send it to. If you know it, feel free to sing along. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Seen sunny days, thought they'd never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again.
Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me to make a stand. You just gotta see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand, and I won't make it any other way. I have seen fire and I've seen rain, seen sunny days, thought they'd never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend, but I always thought that I'd see you again. So I've been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Hours of time on the telephone line, just talking about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. Oh, I have seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days, I thought they'd never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend, but I always thought that I'd see you somehow one more time again. Thought I'd see you one last time. There's just a few things coming my way this time around. Thought I'd see you, fire and rain. La 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 la. Oh.
Thank you. When I was a kid, growing up in Wisconsin, we would go to Minocqua, which is a lake town up in the North Woods. And we would sing that song and a plethora of other James Taylor songs ad nauseum until I'm sure my mom wanted to scream and run away. But my dad's a musician, my uncle's a musician, my parents are musicians, my brother's a musician. And when you have something that is that ingrained in you, it's so hard not to make it a communal thing. And I think that's the joy of being a musician, especially a musician surrounded by other musicians. It's, even if it's not your job, finding what your purpose is in the world, especially with arts. I mean, my purpose in the world is to be a facilitator for other people's creativity, but also to express my own, and there's joy in both of those things. There's joy in singing in church choir. There's joy in being a high school teacher. There's joy in running and singing along to the music in your headphones. Music is one of only the truly human things that there is. Every other species mates and uses the restroom and has instincts and all these things that we can see across the entire animal and plant kingdom even, but music is so uniquely human. And it's so easy to forget that there are things that is light and good about humanity, especially in the face of so much crap going on in the world. So I got about 5 more songs for you tonight. If you leave with nothing else, leave with that. Being human is to create. Being human is to give. Being human is to figure out your place artistically in the world, no matter what it is, because everyone has something to give. And to that degree, I'd like to welcome a friend of mine up to the stage to give you a little 20-second or so talk about the charity that we have chosen to highlight this evening, which is the Harmony Program. And I'd like everyone to give a big Rutgers welcome to my friend Luke Quintanilla, who is a teacher for the Harmony Program. Luke, come on up.
Oh my goodness. Well, it was a little tall for me. But no, it's all good. Thank you. Man, that's like, I was starting to tear up with that. That was great, man. Yeah, so my name's Luke. I work for the Harmony Program. I'm a teaching artist. I'm a classical violist myself, but I teach group violin classes, mostly beginner violin classes. These are kids that have never put their hands on a violin before, usually never any other instrument before, so this is their first time making music, and I'm responsible for these first experiences making music, these kids' first experiences, and it's pretty amazing that I get to do that. But the whole mission of the Harmony Program is to provide musical education to kids who wouldn't have it in their normal school curriculum. Some of these schools still have music classes, like maybe a general music class, but they definitely won't have an instrumental, like learning to play a violin, learning to play a clarinet, learning to play an actual instrument. And some of them just don't even have the music classes at all. So that's what we do as the Harmony Program, is we go into these different schools all over. I currently am at a site up in the Bronx and on the Upper East Side, and occasionally they send me out to Brooklyn. It's kind of all over the place. So, yeah, that's what we do. We try to spread, the love of music throughout all these different communities. So, yeah, thank you so much, Neil. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Give another hand for Neil, too. He's awesome, huh?
So if you're not aware, I think we have a couple ways people can donate. Leslie, I think there's a collection basket in the back, or is there a QR code somewhere in all the... Okay. Yes. They have a link on their website. If you go to the Harmony Program, I think it's harmonyprogram.com, I think, where you can just click and donate. We obviously are donating through cash donations from here. And I just want to say a little thing. I completely took for granted having music in my life because my dad's a middle school music teacher, which is not everyone's experience, I realize. So having that exposure so early in life was so important to me, and I know that, through people like Luke, and she'll hate me for pointing out, but my friend Justine in the front row is also a high school and middle school music teacher, so there's a lot of this going around, thank God. So if you feel like giving, if you feel like helping spread music throughout the communities, there's a box in the back. I appreciate all of your listening. I got a couple more songs for you tonight. This is a song about not quite knowing your place in the world. Why are you afraid of your own mind? People left, there's nothing left to hide. Darkened roofs and empty streets, they've got you feeling great. Deep down you've convinced yourself there's nothing left to say. If only you knew that you could say it your own way. Why are you afraid of your own mind? Didn't you have dreams to understand?
searching for a softer place to land. Melodies and clever words, they're coming out real slow. Not understanding what you want, you've nowhere left to go. Silent strings and dusty things say more than you can know. Singing out the words you never had. But oh, the words will find a way. Oh, learn them from today. Oh, they'll mean it when they say they love you. So with all the noise you hear inside your head, listen to the words you write instead. There's no one here to bring you around. You're in this by yourself. So pick your head up, try again. Sing your songs out loud. Give it time, you're doing fine. You'll make them all so proud, so proud. And oh, words will find a way. Oh, learn them from today. And oh, they'll mean it when they say they love you. And oh, the words will find a way. Oh, you learn them from today. And oh, I mean it when they say they love you. They love you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Got one more song before I bring the boys back out. Soon it'll be time to go, unfortunately, but this next song, my last solo song, I wrote completely ironically about relation to trouble I had had, but at the time was not experiencing, and I haven't yet in this lovely relationship I'm in now. But I realized that having been through a bunch of stuff in my life, like everyone has, it's always important to remember where you came from and remember what you have overcome. So this song has become a song to remind myself both of times that were and times that I'm having now and how I've grown since then. And it's aptly titled Remind Me.
always seem to find the wrong words. I never know just what to say. But every day I try harder to make your life a better place. The only way that I know how, to sing a song about something good, to give a little life somehow. But I know it's misunderstood. Never know just what to tell you when you seem so down and out. The hidden war beneath your skin, dear, fights the fight and knocks you out. Wish that I could tell you something to ease the pain within your soul. A little hope can go a long way, but I know you'll never know. Remind me the good times. Remind me of the past. Remind me of the good times. Let that sweet contentment last. When I met you, it was clear then we would always find a way to hold each other's seams together, to make a promise for someday. Did my best to hold you to it, but I can't keep what wasn't mine. Like flowers picked before they're blooming, they don't make it out alive. Remind me of the past. Remind me of the good times. Let that sweet contentment last. Remind me of the good times. Remind me of the past. Remind me of the good times. And let that sweet contentment last.
Thank you. Nothing like sad country songs. I'd like to invite my friends Trevor and Kent back onto the stage. Boys, come on out. Yeah, give it up. Woo! Well, the legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchigumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead. When the skies in November turn gloomy, with a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons or more, than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed. When the gales of November came early, the ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. Later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound as a wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch in November come stealing. The dawn came wet and breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. And afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. When summertime came, the old cook came on deck, saying, fellas, it's too rough to feed ya. At 7 p.m. a main hatchway caved in. He said, fellas, it's been good to know ya. The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. Later that night, when his lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay. They'd put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up, or they might have capsized, or they might have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and their daughters. Lake Huron rolls, Superior sings in the rooms of her ice water mansion. Oh, Michigan steams like a young man's dreams, and the islands and bays are for sportsmen. Further below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. The iron boats go, as the mariners all know, when the gales in November remember. In a musty old hall in Detroit they prayed in the Maritime Sailors' Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. Legend lives on from the Chippewa and down of the big lake they call Gitchigumi. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead. When the skies in November turn gloomy, Trevor's closer to where that song takes place than I am. You're from Michigan, right? There we go. Two Midwest. Whoa. Just pointed up at me now. Two Midwesterners and a New Yorker on stage. How about the one wearing sunglasses indoors is the New Yorker? Well, I leave you tonight extremely grateful and extremely proud to be able to perform in this incredible city for incredible people with incredible people. And I want to close the way I always have and always will with an Irish blessing, the parting glass. Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done, for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be to you all. So fill to me the parting glass and drink a health whate'er befall. Then gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be to
1, 2, 3. Baby Julian, she left for good. And all along I thought I understood the loving that you need, but now I found in me that all along I guess I never could. And if I could have a chance to try again, know that I would treat you like a friend. I never let you stay, so now I guess I'll pay for the loving that you wanted in the end. Giving time, giving help, giving just a little wealth. I know that I would see your face again. These times keep on changing and people rearranging, so I'll see you another time too. That I left you all alone, I guess I thought you knew I had to roam. Singing songs in the park, I left you in the dark. Now you're leaving me to wait here by the phone. Giving time, giving help, giving just a little wealth. I know that I would see your face again, but these times are a-changing and people rearranging, so I'll see you another time, Julian. Giving time, giving help, giving just a little wealth. I know that I will see your face again, but the times keep on changing and people rearranging, so I'll see you another time, Julian. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rutgers. Thank you, our sound guys, Peter and Dean. Thank you to Kent and Trevor. I love you all. Have a great night. Thank you so much.